Hello again. Well, you'll have to excuse me if I sound just a little bit hoarse today, and that's because last night I was doing rather a lot of shouting at the TV. Of course, it was the England game. Anyway, today the weather's nice and it's time for me to cruise, to move on to the next spot. And although it's quite busy, I'm just going to untie the boat and set off. Now, one or two of you have asked me which way I'm going to be going, and I have been thinking about this for a time now, and I'm going to be heading east on the last part of this stretch of the Oxford Canal, and that's going to bring me on to the Grand Union, and from there I'm going to head south. I really wanted to head over to Wales, but I'm going to head south for now because I've got stuff to attend to down that way, and it'll suit me better for the time being. It's a stretch I've done before 5 years ago, so it'll be interesting to revisit it. Anyway, let's get those chains up and head off.
Well, it was rings, not chains, but you get the general idea. I'm continuing my journey on the Oxford Canal, which will now take me onto the Grand Union, heading east.
Well, if you're wondering why I've got a slightly different t-shirt on, a slightly different black t-shirt to usual, that's because I had to dig a little bit deeper in my wardrobe than I usually do, because I've got a bit of a problem with the washing machine at the moment. But that's a story for another day. Let's enjoy the cruise.
Over there somewhere is Napton on the hill.
Whatever you do, if you're going on a narrow boat, don't get yourself a captain's hat. It's not the Navy.
Through that bridge lies adventure, but it's not for today. For me, the southern part of the Grand Union beckons. There are plenty of boats about today. And a few ducks. I seem to have slipped into a little bit of slow TV. Enjoy the moment. I'm starting to notice a sort of change in the nature of the countryside now. I don't know if it's just because I feel like I'm getting near the Grand Union, but I don't know, it just feels a little bit different. Still very windy, obviously, because I'm still on the Oxford, but definitely change in the air. Whatever you do, never ever wear a captain's hat on a narrowboat. Well, I saw a bit of Arnco, and it was in such a lovely sunny spot I couldn't resist really, but I've just obviously stopped and walked back to have a look to see what number bridge that was. That's only bridge 107. I've come hardly any distance at all, so I think realistically I'll probably better go a bit further, because never going to get anywhere at this rate. I resume my journey, and in no time at all I'm passing under bridge 104. Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a wide beam. The Oxford Canal, of course, is for narrow beams only, but I have heard something about you can move wide beams around on a certain stretch of it, and I think sometimes they have to sort of notify you when they're coming or something like that. But this stretch does seem quite wide, and someone's got themselves nicely holed up there, haven't they? This must be where all the water from the Napton flight ended up. Seems very high for this time of year. Well, I said I thought it suddenly felt quite different, and I've just checked the book, and I am on the Grand Union, so that'll be why then. Starting to see a lot more liverboards and owner boats now, and a lot less hire boats actually. Well, I think this will do me. Nice bit of Arnco, and just a little bit before the main drag, as it were, where all the other boats are, and quite good sun here. I've lost one of my chains actually. I used to have one that I used to use to do the centre line that I could just loop through quickly, and then, you know, do the bow and the stern line. So as I've only got 2 chains now, in fact I could only find one just now, I had to do the bow and then the stern. So it was that thing where every time I nearly got sort of ropes tightened, somebody came past and I had to hold on to the boat. So what I said the other week about doing the centre line first sort of definitely is the way to go. Hopefully yours isn't as mangled and frayed as mine, but then again mine's been in the prop, hasn't it? So when I'm at the boatyard I must remember to pick up another chain or 2, but otherwise this is spot on for today.